Your mechanic has just told you that your car has a problem. Not the kind where you simply hand over your debit card, pay the amount, and go about your day. It's the kind where you end up sitting in the waiting room, doing the math, and something just doesn't add up. You're thinking, do I fix this old clunker? Should I buy something new? Do I consider buying a used car? How much is this going to cost me? And all these numbers start hitting you at once. And the frustrating thing about it is everyone has an opinion. Your coworker says, fix the car. Your brother-in-law says, go out and buy a new car. The dealer you talk to on the phone is suspiciously enthusiastic about getting you into the showroom today to show you what they've got on the lot. You're so confused and overwhelmed, you don't know who to listen to because no one is showing you the actual numbers. So today we're going to look at two real situations, one in Canada, one in the United States. Same general problems, very different math. And I think one of these situations is going to be a lot closer to your situation than you would expect. A quick note before we get started, I am not a financial advisor, CPA, or a qualified mechanic. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and you should always consult a qualified professional for your unique situation. I'm an accountant. I deal with numbers every day, and this is just how my mind works, and I ask uncomfortable questions. That's part of the job. So let's get into it. Maya is 33 years old. She's a registered nurse working at a hospital in Mississauga, Ontario. She drives a 2018 Honda CR-V, which she was able to pay off 2 years ago and is very proud of that. And she should be. Having no car payment is a good thing. Last Tuesday, she took her Honda for an oil change, and her mechanic came back with a serious look. A look that's a little bit too serious for a Tuesday morning. He told her two things. First, that her front struts were worn and needed replacing. Normal for that amount of mileage. Second, that her oil smells like gasoline and the level is higher than it should be. He suspects that the 1.5 liter turbocharged engine is experiencing what is called oil dilution. That fuel is mixing with the oil, and he wants to do a full inspection on the oil system. Total quote, $3,900, struts, alignment, and oil engine inspection. Maya nearly fell out of her chair. Now, before we run the numbers, this is something that her mechanic may not have mentioned. Honda Canada settled a class action lawsuit over this exact problem on 2017 and 2018 CR-Vs in 2020. As part of that settlement, Honda extended the warranty on oil dilution related components to 6 years from the original purchase date with no mileage limit. If Maya bought her CR-V new in 2018, she's likely still within that window. The first call that Maya should make isn't to the dealer, it's to Honda Canada's customer service line to find out what's covered. But let's say that window's closed, she doesn't have that option, Maya is paying out of pocket. Here's what that math would look like. Option 1, repair the Honda CR-V. That $3,900 amortized over 24 months is $163 a month. Add her insurance, she carries comprehensive on her paid off car, $155 a month. Fuel for the approximately 18,000 kilometers she drives annually is about $200 a month. Routine maintenance averages $75 a month. Total monthly cost to keep her Honda CR-V running, $593 a month. Over 24 months, she spends approximately $14,232. Her car loses approximately $2,000 over that time period. It's already well depreciated. True 24-month cost, $16,200. Now, let's look at option 2. Maya buys a new 2026 Honda CR-V. She trades in her 2018 car, but this is where something important happens. Her car actually retains good value. It's in good condition, so she's able to get $20,000 for it. But now she's disclosing to the dealer about the oil dilution problem because she has to. The dealer is now offering $15,500. She takes it. It's the honest move. The new CR-V Sport, after Ontario's HST, comes in around $43,600. Subtract the $15,500 trade in, she's financing $28,100 at 7.99% over 84 months. That's 7 years. She's paying $438 a month on the loan alone. Add fuel coverage insurance at $240, fuel at $180, warranty maintenance at $35. Total $893 a month. In 24 months, she's paid $21,432, and her new Honda CR-V has depreciated approximately $8,500 during this time. True 24-month cost, $29,900. And the used option, a 2022 CR-V with around 55,000 kilometers, is running about $30,000 in the Ontario market right now, with the $15,500 trade-in reducing her loan to $14,500 at roughly 10%. Over 5 years, she's paying around $308 a month on the loan. Total with insurance, fuel, maintenance, $768 a month. True 24-month cost, about $22,900. So let's put that aside for the moment. Repair, $593 a month. True 2-year cost, $16,200. Buy used, $768 a month. True 2-year cost, $22,900, about $6,700 more. Buy new, $893 a month. True 2-year cost, $29,900, about $13,700 more. For Maya, the math is clear. A 2018 CR-V with 119,000 kilometers, no structural problems, a documented repair, and a Honda that's otherwise solid is worth fixing. She saves nearly $14,000 over 2 years compared to buying new. And if the warranty conversation with Honda Canada goes the way that it should, she might not be paying that $3,900 at all. Maya's situation is actually the easiest one to figure out. The next scenario has the same make, same engine problem, but a completely different answer. Meet Tyler. He's 31. He works in IT support for a logistics company in Columbus, Ohio. He drives a 2016 Honda Civic 10th generation redesign with a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine. He bought it 4 years ago when it had 60,000 miles on it. Now it has 108,000 miles on it. Last week, the AC simply stopped blowing cold air. In Ohio in July, that's not a minor inconvenience, that's a problem. He took it to a mechanic that he trusts. The AC compressor needs replacing. $1,300, including refrigerant recharge. Fine, but while the mechanic was under the hood, he noticed something. The oil smelled like fuel, and the level was higher than what it should be. He checked Tyler's maintenance history, confirmed the pattern, and told Tyler that he has an oil dilution issue that is well documented for Honda with these makes and models. He recommends a full fuel service plan, software update, PVC system inspection, engine flush, another $500. And while they're at it, the struts were worn, so that'll be another $800. Total, $2,600. And Tyler's standing there wondering if this car is starting to become a money pit.
I'm just gonna go find a cash machine.
And here's the honest answer. It might be. The 2016 Civic 1.5T with oil dilution at 108,000 miles is a different situation from Maya's CR-V. The CR-V issue was caught early. The Civic's oil dilution at this mileage raises a fair question. How much engine wear has already happened? Diluted oil doesn't lubricate properly. Bearings take the hit first. If there's already meaningful wear on the engine internals, the $2,600 repair today might be followed by a much more serious bill in 18 months. So let's run the numbers, but this time read them carefully. Option 1, repair the Civic. $3,200 over 24 months is $133 a month. Insurance in Ohio at his coverage level, $130. Fuel at around 15,000 miles per year, $128. Maintenance. And here's where it gets honest, because oil dilution means more frequent oil changes and ongoing monitoring. Let's say $85 a month. Total monthly, $476. True 24-month cost, including the modest depreciation on a car already heavily depreciated, about $12,624. Cheapest option on paper, but uncertainty about the engine is real and it doesn't show up on a spreadsheet. Option 2, buy a new 2026 Honda Civic. After Ohio sales tax, he's looking at about $28,900. His trade-in, 2016 Civic, 108,000 miles, disclosed oil dilution history, the dealer offers $8,000. That's probably $1,500 less than he'd get privately, but he doesn't have 6 weeks to sell it himself. Loan amount, $20,900. At 7.49% over 84 months, that's $321 a month. Full coverage insurance, $170. Fuel, $115. Warranty maintenance, $25. Total, $631 a month. True 24-month cost, factoring in new car depreciation, about $20,344. About $7,720 more than repairing. Option 3, buy a used Honda Civic. And this is where it gets interesting. Tyler's first impulse, his first temptation, is to grab a 2021 Honda Civic. Let someone else eat the depreciation, right? Except for one little detail. The class action lawsuit currently covering Honda's oil dilution defect includes 2019 through 2022 Civic models with the same 1.5-liter engine. Tyler could be trading one oil dilution problem for another. If he goes used Civic, he needs to know exactly which years he's buying and whether it falls within the affected range. 2022 Civic might not be the safe bet that it appears to be. A used 2021 Toyota Corolla around 16,500 miles solves the manufacturer problem entirely. Different engine, no documented oil dilution issue, similar monthly cost. That's a legitimate option worth pricing out. Now, if you use your vehicle for work or you're self-employed, there may be tax implications worth taking into account. That's actually a whole separate conversation that we're not going to get into today because we're only running the numbers from an employee standpoint on how most people would see them. For Tyler, unlike Maya, the answer isn't a clear one. The repair is cheaper on paper, but before he commits that $2,600, he should be asking his mechanic for an oil compression test and an oil analysis to understand whether the oil issue has already caused internal damage. That one extra step, that diagnostic, tells you everything. This is something the calculator can't give you until you have it, which is why I want to show you exactly what Tyler's situation looks like with the numbers extended. This is the free version. Link is in the description. You enter your repair quote, your current car's trade-in value, what you pay for a new or used replacement, estimated loan rates, your insurance, and fuel costs. It spits out 3 comparison cards, mostly cost. True 24-month cost, side by side, no recommendation, just math, because the math is what you need. If you want to go deeper, province-specific tax calculations for Canada, a break-even analysis month indicator that tells you exactly when a new car or used car starts making financial sense versus repairing, and a repair cost sensitive slider so that you can see what happens to your numbers if another repair shows up in 6 months. There's a paid version built specifically for Canadians and a separate one built for the US market, for Americans. Both are in the description. I made these car calculators, the free version, the Canadian version, and the American version because I felt like you. I got really tired and frustrated when my car would break down and I'd be having issues, right? And you're hit with $1,000 repair bill and you're getting opinions from everybody. They're telling you what to do and you don't know because you can't figure it out. You're sitting there looking at one piece of paper. You're thinking, how much is a new car going to cost me? Do I even know of anybody selling a used car that I can get for a decent price, or is it even worth it? And you don't even know what numbers to look at or even consider because most of us aren't mechanics, just the way it is, right? We don't know. And so we want at least some guidance in looking at the math and making at least an informed decision, having something that at least you can lean on. Like I said, this is by no means telling you exactly what decision you should make, but it's giving you the numbers so that at least you can make an informed decision. The Canadian and the American version are $15 each, $15 Canadian for the Canadian version, $15 USD for the American version. And I feel personally that these are the best on the internet because it took me a long time to build these. I can find these features anywhere on any calculator, and I looked through a number of them. Some are great, but I didn't see all the features that mine has. And I didn't want to make it overly complicated, just simple to understand. And like I said, the paid version, you get a printout. You can put your numbers in for you, a friend, whoever you want, You can give them a printout of their numbers for whoever you want. You can print out and say, hey, look at, this is how much you could save if you went with this option, or if you bought new or used. And at least you can make a half decently informed decision and not just go in blindly based on a gut feeling. So like I said, the free version, link is in the description below. Use as long as you want. It's my gift to you to say thanks for stopping by. And if you want to really dive into the numbers, consider one of the paid versions as well, as it helps support this channel, and you'll have my sincere appreciation. Tyler's situation is exactly the scenario that the slider was built for. Change the slider from the additional anticipated cost of $0 to $3,000 and watch that repair go from the cheapest option to the most expensive in real time. That's not advice, it's just arithmetic. Here's what both of these scenarios, Tyler and Maya, had in common. That neither of them knew when they were standing in the waiting room what the full picture was. Maya didn't know if her warranty would cover the full thing. Tyler didn't know if his used Civic would have the same oil dilution problem, the exact same thing he already experienced. The number that your mechanic gives you is one data point. The trade-in offer on your car from the dealer is another. What you need is all of them, all at the same time, all in one place, so that you can make a decision based on math instead of stress. That's what the car calculators are for. The free version, link is in the description. You don't even need your email. Just click on the link, fill out your numbers. My gift to you. And one of my favorite things about starting a YouTube channel, being on here, is hearing back from viewers, believe it or not. So drop me a comment, even if it's just to say hi, what you're driving, recent problems you've had, just anything you want to talk about. I'd love to hear from you, as I really consider it valuable, all the followers and people I get to interact with on this platform. It means a lot. Some of the key takeaways that I'm hearing, at least from people, are 1, always pay cash. Try not to finance if you can avoid it. 2, new cars are obviously insanely expensive, and all this complex tech is simply creating more problems than it solves. I love that comment. And try to find the sweet spot if you can, which apparently doesn't look like it's 2025, 2026 vehicles. Drive your car until it drops. You're doing yourself and your wallet a favor. Or maintain your car as much as you can. Try to get the most amount of mileage, kilometers you can out of it. People are proudly boasting about how much mileage they have on their cars, and rightfully they should, because that shows pride of ownership and how long older vehicles are lasting if they're properly maintained. 5th, finally, reward manufacturers that actually care about their customers. Show some loyalty to those good auto manufacturers out there. This is true with so many other things and products as well. I also love this comment. So I'm Aaron. Do your own research, make your own decisions, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you want to check out 2 more great videos about personal finance, investing, and money tools, check out these 2 here, recommended by the YouTube algorithm.
Hurry, you gotta level up.